How we doing? How we doing? I'm Charlie Anteby. I'm here with the Charlie in the Morning Show. You know, one of the big problems with this talk show format thing that I'm working on here is how could you give away all your secrets? Because the minute that they're dispersed into the general population, they kind of diminish in value. You know, I'm sitting here, I have a system I've used all my life to obtain jobs. I never got, thank God I'm self employed since 1975, 76. I took a little bit of leave of absence once, actually, to go set up the inventory control system for Nobody Beats the Whiz in 77. I was working in the family business, my father's permission. I went to work under Lawrence Jamel directly. They had 3.5 stores. We used these cardboard pull-out things with index cards, and there were steel cabinets. There was no computers, and we set up an inventory control system for the Whiz. I got to travel with them to go to Maryland, and we visited Techniques, and we went to the major vendors, and we saw the orders getting put together, and we saw the orders coming through on the sales floor, and we went through Christmases, and it was pretty incredible experience. I'm glad I did it. I never was refused a job. And the few times that I wanted to do this, that, the other thing in between. And I have a foolproof system, but I can't share it because when I share it and everybody knows it, then it doesn't work anymore. It's a problem. It's a problem. Let's talk about 1973, 74. We're going to go back 50 years. My cousin opened a store on Delaney Street, right off of Rivington Street in New York City, downtown. And it was electronics. There are no more electronics. What do we sell now? Everything's the phone. There's no cameras. There's no radios. There's no tape recorders. There's nothing. There's no clock radios. There's no boom boxes. There's no such thing as electronics anymore, excuse me. But in those days there was electronics, and I loved electronics, and I loved hi-fi, and I loved audio and receivers and amplifiers and tuners and speakers. My system here could knock your socks off, how beautiful it sounds. I went to work in the store, and this is like unbelievable. This is real history. Delancey Street, what was 4 or 5 doors down, 1 block over, was Ratner's Dairy Restaurant, where they made the potato soup, the onion rolls with butter. They had beautiful cheese omelets. They had a whole bakery section in the front. And the food was out of this world, out of this world. If you went the other way and a half a block, went to the corner and another block over, was Schmulka Bernstein's. Mr. Bernstein. I used to do business with Mr. Ratner, with Mr. Bernstein. There was another guy named Weinstein's Deli. I'm not even sure who's there, who's not there anymore. There was a guy on Essex across from Bernstein's. His name was Scotty's Appetizer. This guy made a bagel and lox. You can't even begin to describe what this thing was. In those days, it was like $5.50, $5.70. If he raised it a quarter to $5.75, that was a lot of money to raise it. From $5.25 to $5.75, forget about it. But what a freaking sandwich. Bagel, lox, cream cheese, tomatoes, capers, onions, olives. I don't know what was in this thing. Out of this world, out of this world. And next door to him was the original pickle guy, where you took the pickles out of the barrels. And I worked in the store, and part of my job, I was 14 years old, was to be a barker. And you tell that to people, and they say, what's a barker? I said, in those days, there was foot traffic. There was the F train. There was this train, that train, 14th Street, 34th. People came up from the trains, and they walked the streets in droves, and they were shopping with shopping bags and their families. I would stand outside the store. I had a table on rolling wheels, a brown table, and they'd put an item on the table, and I would bark, sending people in the store. Grand opening, free gifts for everybody, walkie-talkies, $6.99, come on in, grand opening, entre, except I did it in Spanish. in 1974 when I was 14 on Delaney Street. Grande apertura, grande apertura. I was a young kid, I had a squeaky voice. And they're looking, who's this kid? What's going on over here? And then my cousin would run out of the store after 10, 15. Charlie, slow it down. There's no more room in the store. Come on in, take care of some of the customers. And I'd go inside, take care of the customers. Go back outside, fill the store back up. This was what was going on. Unbelievable, unbelievable experiences. And you're bringing sales to the register left and right. People bought. And on Christmas Day, which this is the episode we're making for Christmas Day, and I'm going on for a while, but I'm going to cut it short. It went till about 11:45, dead. Mob scene till 11:30, 11:45. From the day before and the day before and the day before, and the Nat King Cole on the music and the outdoor speaker, and it was insanity. It was mayhem. And the whole thing died within 10 minutes. And it was like a conspiracy. Like, did they hand out... How did they get all these people off the street in the same 10-minute period? But the people were home for their Christmas, starting it. They all knew what time. And that was the end of it. And it came to a complete stop. And we took the flus, and we got in the car, and we made it back home, and the holiday was over. And that's what I could share from you, for you. Delaney Street, 1973, 74, 75, whatever years it was, right around there. And I'm reminded of it because a guy said happy holidays to me on LinkedIn today. A gentleman by the name of Mark Bernstein, who ended up going from our store to the Wiz to today. He does something completely different. Some of you may know him. He's not a Syrian guy, but he knows a lot of Syrian guys. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday. I hope you have the day off on Monday. Enjoy it. Extended weekend. And we'll keep making episodes. Looks like I'm going to make up till Thursday night, so I'm going to try and make on Sunday night. So this is technically the Monday episode. Thursday night is the Friday episode. And that's how we'll do it. 5 days a week, weekends are off. Thank you.